Bubba!
It's my great pleasure to be a part of this event as we retire number 14 in honor of Greg West. When we reached out to our alumni who have had their jerseys already retired, this was a unanimous decision. Before we get to the many accolades of Greg's great career, I wanted to share some comments from past teammates, alumni, and current Moosehead players. Being great on a baseball field is one thing, but for all of us that know Greg, it was so much more than that. Greg has been an awesome teammate, friend, mentor, president, and coach to many. I know that I can speak for everyone when I say he played the game the right way and taught all of the dry around him and others to do the same. He has been the ultimate professional on and off the field. I think what we can all appreciate about Greg the most was his passion for the game. Although we miss having him on the field every night, he is someone who continues to give back to our players, the team, the organization, and the NSSPL. I am proud to call him a teammate and honored to have him as a friend. Greg is the perfect combination of class and clutch. You would never know from his demeanor if he was 0 for 4 or 4 for 4. He is one of the top 2 guys I'd want at the dish with the game on the line. Greg embodies the dry motto tradition of champions. He was, and still is, a great player, but an even better person. I'm privileged to call him a friend. We were very fortunate to be able to convince Greg to come and play for his hometown team after he had played his first NSSBL season in Kentville with his Canada Games team. Our team was strong at the time in every position, but we knew we could not lose such a talented player from Dartmouth to another team. Luckily, Greg turned out to be great as a team player as he was individual talent. He was asked to move to the outfield and became an immediate star in the league. There are far too many clutch hits to mention, but the 2 that really stand out are his game-winning homer against Truro in the playoffs and his walk-off bomb at the national championships to beat Manitoba. Greg's beautiful leg uppercut swing resulted in balls constantly flying high over the right center fence at Paisley Field. Most importantly for all dry players, he was better when it counted the most. No dry player over an entire career has ever performed better in the NSSBL playoffs and national championships. The Dry were extremely fortunate to get such a talented player when we did. If Greg was 18 years old now, there is no doubt he would be playing college and professional baseball in the U.S. There is a common theme that comes across from everyone that knows Greg West: class, clutch, and friend. Now we'll take a look at the numbers. Be patient, there's a few. Greg's dry career stats: first in plate appearances with 2,895. 5th in batting average, 356. 2nd in home runs at 108. 3rd in RBIs at 593. 1st in hits at 863. 2nd in doubles at 147. 3rd in stolen bases at 90. 2nd in runs at 629. Greg's awards through the NSSBL: 2009 NSSBL MVP, 2-time playoff MVP for the NSSBL, 10-time NSSBL All-Star, 2000 Gary McDonald Gold Glove Gold Bat Award, a 2-time batting champion, 3-time Senior Men's Canadian National Champion, All-Star, 2-time Senior Men's Canadian National Champion, 2-time Roy Hobbs World Series champion, a 16-time NSSBL champion. Individual records: most home runs in a single game, 4. It was right here, I believe, against Sidney Mines. Greg. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg West.
I was bringing the thunder. That's a hell of a day.
Thanks, Tom. I guess this means I can't play anymore. All right. those who know me, I appreciate all the accolades. This is not my forte. I don't really like the individual spotlight, but it is certainly an honor to be up here. And I used to stand on those baselines when people would do this stuff, and I would say, "Guy, come on, let's go. Get this over with." I promise this will be quick, and I want to thank Halifax for hanging on for a little bit here. I know you got a ball game to play, so I will be pretty quick. 2 nights ago, we had an opportunity to go down to Kentville and be a part of the ceremony as well. And one of the things that I took from that is there was a lot of former players, coaches, teammates, and opponents that I hadn't seen in 20-some years. And it kind of reminded me that this league and baseball in general is a fraternity that is for life. And it was pretty cool to see these people and talk to them. But obviously we were down there for a reason, and it was to be a part of a ceremony or witness a ceremony of a former coach, teammate, and friend of mine who had his number retired into the Kentville Hall of Fame, number 29, Ian Mosier. I'd appreciate if you give him a round of applause. I mean, real quick, I think I started baseball around 10 years old. Cole Harbor kid with a mullet, and somehow I didn't play hockey. But baseball was more of my calling, so I quickly found out about rep teams in Dartmouth and the competitiveness of these teams, and I was pretty much sold for life. So really, as Jay Washington once told me, if it wasn't for baseball, you would be in your basement playing Dungeons and Dragons. Baseball saved me from nerdism. So, but baseball definitely was certainly a huge part of my life. A couple of quick things. You can stand up here and thank a million people. We obviously don't have time for that. I see, every time I come to the park, I see parents with kids, and there's a certain commitment with that. You drive your kids to baseball on weekends on different nights, and I'd like to recognize and thank my parents who are sitting over there right now. They certainly pushed me in this direction, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them, so thank you. Also, when I look around, there's families, and those who have played the game or are playing today realize this is not a Sunday afternoon beer league in Halifax at the Commons or anything like that. There's a lot of time and commitment involved with playing senior baseball, as you guys all know, and anyone out there who's played knows. And you need support of your family. So my wife Suzanne and daughter Brooklyn are here tonight, and they certainly have been supportive, and I'm more than grateful of their support over the years as I chase this little dream I had. Thank you. One of the toughest things to find is volunteers in this stuff, and we've had many. I'm going to forget all of them, so I won't single out too many. But I will say this: that I took over as president of the team for probably 4 or 5 years, and the only real benefit is you got to hit third in the lineup as president.
He knew that going in too.
But my first meeting with the vice president, who was self-appointed vice president, he came up to me and said, "Wesley, you take care of the stuff in the field. I'll take care of everything else. There's no way this team or myself as president would have ever survived without the help of Soft C, Mark Hubba Patterson." So we've got Marquis, Parker, Washington, Cam, Wani, Bailey, Dewey, Joel, and now myself. Those other players are certainly the legends of the game, not only in this province but also nationally, and they had a huge influence in my life in the baseball game. So, while we're recognizing them as well, there's also a ton of other players who should have their numbers up there. With Brad Miller, Jeff Sutton, Mark Weeks, Jason Irvin, Steve Nelson, Ryan Doucette, of course. I mean, those are tremendous players that hopefully get their name up there at some point. But the individual accolades to me is only secondary. The team achievement is the biggest thing, and I'm a little biased, but as Hubba will say, 21-time, 3-time, that is way more important than the individual. And I am biased. I think this is the greatest amateur baseball team in the history of this country. And the team is well overdue to enter Sport Nova Scotia's Hall of Fame. So we will hopefully see that on the horizon. Finally, just thanks everybody for coming out. Some of you may have just taken a wrong turn and got stuck here. But, I know you may have had better things to do, like cut the grass. But I certainly appreciate it. I see a lot of faces out there. So I want to get out there and talk to everybody, maybe have a pop or two. But I appreciate it. I will end it on this. Good luck to both Halifax and Dartmouth tonight. Let's play some ball.
Of the $1 million press box here. All the numbers are there, forever to be displayed. Enjoy the game. Play ball.
Great to see you, Darren. Enjoy dinner.
Yeah, there's. Oh, they got it on the bar.
Behind the pole.
Yeah.
We're going to have Greg throw the ceremonial first pitch.
Halfway. Don't ruin it. A good speech. Move out, Dano.
No! The hell's the cutoff, man? Come on, Reeves, cut off!
Black top, yeah. No, down for the black with the